after taking this first lime juice in the morning, pending when they will finish. So the next water I'm going to continue with is fresh water. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your very first time you've come across this channel, please kindly subscribe. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for always coming back. So I'm here again with another wonderful video. How I use lime juice to prevent diseases in my poultry farm. So before then, I want us to look at some benefits of lime juice. So the number one benefit, it helps in the treatment of infection in our poultry farms. It also promotes weight gain as well as protein digestion in our poultry farms. It also increases the food intake of our chicken. When your chicken are feeding well, they will perform well in their growth and egg production. It also helps in preventing and treating fowl pox. It also helps in the treatment of infectious coryza in our farms. It also boosts on the bird's appetite. It also boosts on the bird's immunity. So, how can we prepare this lime juice for our poultry farm? So, as you can see, this is my lime. These are 10 fruits. You wash, after washing them very well, you slice it and extract the juice. Press out the juice. Squeeze it very well. Squeeze out the juice. So these 10 fruits I want to prepare. I want to use 20 liters of water. Squeeze out the juice very well. So this is how you are going to prepare it, and how often do you give to your birds. So this is what I normally do every 2 weeks to prevent sicknesses from my poultry farm. So when you try something like this, you don't have to be spending unnecessarily. If you look at the cost of the feed and then their medication, so if we can buy feed some things we can still prevent. We can prevent their diseases. Remember, prevention is always better than cure. It's better to prevent it from happening, prevent diseases from coming, than for you to start treatment. You know, sometimes birds, they can be so funny. When you even, sometimes if the sickness, if the sickness is even worse, they will not be able to drink even water. They will not be able to drink, not to talk of taking their feed. So this is our juice finely extracted from 10 fruits. And I'm going to sieve out so that I'll sieve out the seeds. So we don't need seeds inside. I'm going to sieve it out. And lime is something that you can get anywhere, very cheap. That's 20 liters of water. So this 20 liters of water, this is the water they are going to, after serving them lime juice in the morning, or the first one, when they finish this first one, I'm going to continue with fresh water. After taking this one, this first lime juice in the morning, pending when they will finish. So the next water I'm going to continue with is fresh water. Look at it, very clean water. So we are going to serve them. We are going to serve them lime juice. Look at how healthy they are, very strong, very active. Can you see the rushing? Very active. And they are giving me healthy eggs, good eggs. So this is what I do every 2 weeks, 5 days. I used to give them for 5 days. Every 2 weeks, I'll give them for 5 days. First thing in the morning, and when they finish taking this lime juice, and now I'll continue with water. Prevention is always better than cure. Look at them laying. So it can be given to layers, it can be given to broilers. So thank you so much for watching. Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. If this is your very first time you've come across this channel, please kindly subscribe. And to my returning subscribers, I really appreciate you coming back to watch my videos. thanks so much. Today I'm here with another amazing video, how I use onions for my poultry farm, how I use onions to boost their egg production. You know, the way we need onions, that's the same way chicken needs onions. And what are the benefits? Why do farmers include onions on their farms? So I want to share with you the benefits of using onions on our poultry farms. Some of the benefits, just few benefits, some of the benefits. So the number one benefit, it helps in enhancing growth in our farm, especially if you are into broiler farming. You know, all what you need, you want to achieve that required weight at least within 6 weeks. Within 6 weeks, you want to achieve that required weight. So if you want that to happen as a farmer, you can include onions. You know, onions is good in it enhances growth in our farms, in our chicken, either broiler or layers. It also helps in curing the respiratory system in our poultry farms. You know, sometimes even our birds, they used to pass through all this cough and whatsoever. So if you include onions, your birds will be free from all those respiratory system diseases. So another benefit of using onions in our poultry farms, it also boosts the immunity of our birds. You know, when your birds are healthy and when their immune is strong, they will not be you will not be seeing all these sicknesses. You will not be treating diseases in your poultry farm. Rather, you will be making good profit. So you need to include onions in your poultry farm to be able to keep their immune strong. Another benefit, it also improves the digestion on our birds. It improves digestion on our birds. You're giving them food, they will not be suffering from any other digestive problems. So when you include onions, it improves the digestion on our birds. Another benefit, it prevents and cure coccidiosis. So give onions for prevention, please. It also has natural dewormer. Give onions to your birds. It will help in killing the worms in their system. When you give onions to your birds, it will help in killing it helps in killing worms in their system. Thus, it serves as a natural dewormer. And again, I want us to remember again, it also, this coccidiosis that is very common everywhere, especially to those that are using deep litter system. You may see it as if it's very common. So I want us to embrace the use of onions. Remember, we are doing this just for prevention. Prevention is better than cure. So you can add onions on your farm. and again it serves as a natural dewormer. It also improves on egg production to our poultry farm. So if you are into layer, by including onions on your poultry farm, be rest assured that the production will change. The production will be better. And if you are into broiler farming, be rest assured that it will boost their weight. So try and include onions to your poultry farm. I believe onions are not so hard to get. It's something that we use almost every day in our homes, and everywhere you can get onions everywhere. So how can we give these onions to our birds? You can give them weekly. You can give maybe once in 2 weeks. It helps in increasing the appetite of our birds. Onions helps in increasing the appetite of our birds. As a farmer, maybe you notice you don't have to know you don't have to see your birds maybe lacking appetite. When you give them feed, they will not eat, and then before you start looking for onions urgently. So we can do that just for prevention. That's what I normally use. Don't allow them to lose their appetite before now you want to start now and experience and expect something like magic. So you can include that. It also reduces smell in our chicken houses, especially for those maybe where they live and their neighbors have been complaining. What you need to do is to include, if you include onions, it will help in reducing smell in our poultry farms. How will you do that? You can chop the onions and give to your birds just the way you see me giving to them now. I'm going to chop the onions and give to your birds. And another method is, if you are in a place where maybe you don't have electricity challenges, you can use a blender. You can blend onions to them, and then you will give it to them like juice. So if you are giving them as juice, you have to do that maybe first thing in the morning. You serve them the onion juice. You serve them onion juice, and then anything around before 12, or before less, before the weather gets hot. At least they might have finished drinking the onion juice, and then you continue with fresh water until the next day. You can do that 3 times in a week, just in the morning. Serve them in the morning, and then after they might have finished drinking the onion juice, and then you can now serve them fresh water throughout. Do that for good 3 days, and you will see changes in your poultry farm. So may God bless our hustle. Can you see? Look at the egg production. Honestly, I really thank God for this. This is my experience. This is what I've experienced, and this is what I'm using. So, and another thing, as you are using this one, you are saying bye bye to all those diseases in your poultry farm. So thanks so much for watching. If you have watched to this very point, what are you waiting for? Please kindly subscribe and join the great family as we continue to share our experience as farmers. So till I come your way again with another amazing video. Thanks so much. Let us embrace the use of organic and cut down some expenses and cut down some unnecessary expenses in our farm, so that we'll be able to receive or have or get good profit. Can you see how the birds are feasting? They are feasting on the onions. So I decided to drop the onions on the floor, scattered on the floor. So you may decide, you may choose to put the chopped onions in their feeders.